Bob Chapman, not too long ago, bless his soul. He's passed on now. Was on an interview some time ago, and he tried to warn us. And of course, if you listen to me any length of time whatsoever at all, I definitely have tried to warn you about how our country's being sold down the tubes. And you can't argue against, you can't fight against it. It's literally being sold down the tubes. And Americans, the majority of them don't really care what's taking place. They don't understand the horrific, chaotic conditions that we're all getting ready to be faced with in this country. And we can't understand exactly what's going on simply because we have a printing press and we have all this illusion that's got the real issues covered up in our life. Now, President Obama allegedly went over to China. I ain't going to say allegedly, he did go over to China. And he spoke to them allegedly about, security issues, national security, cyber issues and stuff like that. But you know just as well as I do that any time the United States of America is going to China, they're going over for one reason alone. They want some money. And many of us who are already in the know, many Americans may not be informed, but some of us who are already in the know and been in the know for years, that we know that China has been just sucking up land here in the United States. And land is the collateral, or the country itself is going to be the collateral if the United States of America ever defaults on the debt that they owe China. And we will. The American people are going to be highly upset when they find out that the so-called elected officials, they really are selected officials by the corporations. But the so-called elected officials have actually put their country in hock, sold their land out from under the Americans' feet. And of course, the politicians have been promised a free ride to the Canaan Islands, somewhere away off coast, and they're going to be taken care of real good as China rises as the next world superpower. Because you're going to see in his interview down here, and I'll include a link below. It's about 14 minutes long. They give out a little bit of information to confirm my suspicions. But, United States saying we're welcoming China as rising as a superpower. And I tell you, you're beginning to wonder who are or who is the real true communist in this world. But, I've said enough over the years that if you haven't made any moves by now, there ain't nothing else I can say. Get you some food. Get you a whole bunch of bullets. And get some guns, especially a handgun that you know how to use yourself. Because I can tell you right now, we are in for one hell of a war and a night and a time that is ahead of us. And before I go into playing that video, let me talk a little bit about eminent domain. That's pretty much what we're doing with this country since we are bankrupt. I was at the bank today looking at the dismal interest rates, allegedly, returns you're supposed to get on the CD. People's wealth is being eroded right out from under their feet simply because of the policies and the decisions that the movers and so-called shakers who's supposed to be taking care of this country have made. We've been sold out, people. Literally, we've been sold out, and you and I wasn't included at the bargaining table.